Okay, so I want to show you a little more detail on how this chords and transposing markup works. It's going to look a little weird at first, but I think once you get into it, it's pretty simple. It's pretty fast to do it as well. So we're going to look at this one, Air Supply All Out of Love, and we're going to look and we're going to see that it's been formatted, right? We've got our verses and our choruses the way that we want them, but we don't have any excuse me, chord markings in there. So we can't format it or we can't transpose. So let's go and edit lyrics. And it's going to say here, for chords, use flats. And why this is important is for some reason this transpose, and I'm working on it, but this transposing thing doesn't like transposing sharps. It likes transposing flats into sharps and sharps back into flats once it's been done once. But it doesn't really like sharps. So when you're initially notating it, use flats. I know it's kind of annoying, but like if you're doing like a D over F sharp, it would be D over G flat. So let's look at this one. In this one, for example, um, the first line of the verse is going to be an F and a C. So we're going to place the cursor where we want the first chord, which is right at the very first line, and the first chord is going to be an F. And I'm lying alone with my head on the phone is where it switches. So put it in front of head. We're going to go to C, and then the next line, thinking of you. That's where it is an F. Till it hurts is where it changes. We put it in front of hurts and we press C. So what I'm doing is I'm going um, so right here in front of wish, for example, I'm hitting that and I'm hitting this chord button and it pops up a thing and asks me to enter the chord name. And so I'm going to use F. You're going to see it's going to put in the markup right there. I wish I could carry your smile. So we put a cursor there. We hit chord and C. I know I'm missing some in the middle there, but I just want to kind of show you that that's what I remember off the top of my head. So we're going to apply those lyrics, and now we'll see that we've got some markup in there, and it's flush with where you've put them. You can use this green and red chord button to toggle the chords on and off. You can also move the transposition up and down with these little arrows here. So move it down one, move it down two. So now we got flats, right? E flat and B flat. But what if you don't want that? What if you want sharps? What if you know um, D sharp and A sharp? So you just come over here to this little flats thing and click on that. It transposes, it changes it to sharps. So now you're seeing D sharp and A sharp. I like it in flats, so I'm going to put it back. Now, once I exit out of this, it's going to remember what my transposition was. So if I go back into Air Supply All Out of Love, we're still looking at it in the flats. It's also going to remember whether or not I prefer sharps or flats. So right now we've changed it to sharps. We're going to go back and let's go back into it again. And it remembers that I like sharps. Let's go ahead and bring this back down to its original key, F and C. And there we go. And now when I go back out, I go back in, we're going to see it's nicely formatted. And again, I can hide these chords if I don't need them, just as a little extra thing. Now the only part that gets kind of funky is when you go back in here to edit. This is the thing that I'm trying to figure out a way to clear up. Here is where your chord markup language is. So we'll see if we can fix that, but not tonight. I'm tired. I'm sick, and I need to go to bed. Anyway, I wanted to explain a little bit more about how to mark up the chords in jukebooks.